We are heading toward winter, and it's really starting to feel like it outside, right? As temperatures drop across the district, the city is reminding residents that hypothermia season is officially underway, and everyone can play a role in keeping our neighbors safe. That's why D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is urging people to call the shelter hotline if they see anyone in need of warmth or shelter.
This morning, WUSA 9's Jess Arnold joins us live outside the East Men's Shelter on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, where city leaders are talking about new efforts to expand access this winter. Good morning to you, Jess.
Good morning. Yeah, starting with the names of these different alerts. We're actually under a cold alert today. We can talk through what it's going to look like versus the hypothermia alert that we are used to DC issuing. But to talk through everything that you need to know, resources for the community, I want to bring in DHS Director Rachel Pierre. Thank you for joining us. Good morning. So let's start there. Let's talk about these new alerts. What can you tell us about it?
So it's important to know that tonight we are issuing our first cold alert of the season. So that means that the temperatures are going to be dangerously cold. They will be under 32 degrees and so under freezing cold. So what we do to prepare, our outreach teams are very aware that we are under cold alert. So they will be out throughout the city, making sure that our neighbors are experiencing homelessness are aware of how cold it's going to be overnight, to encourage them to come in, not just at night, to come in during the day. They can come to one of these shelters. So we're in front of the 801 East shelter. We have day centers during the day that can connect our residents to services. But most importantly, we want the community to know that they can play a part in helping our neighbors come in. So if you see someone who may be experiencing homelessness, who may want to come in, you can request to call shelter hotline on their behalf. You can call 311. So anybody can do this. They can call 311 and we will have one of our vans come pick up the individual anywhere in the district and bring them to a shelter where we have available beds.
And DC has really been stocking up, prepping for this. I understand you've been increasing the number of beds available?
We have been increasing the number of beds available. We have over 1,300 beds. As of last Friday, we had over 1,300 beds, which were year-round beds, but we plan for this every year because the district is a right to shelter jurisdiction during hypothermic conditions. So we plan to increase capacity as needed. So in preparation for this cold alert, we increased capacity on Friday. We are ready to increase capacity again tonight if need be. So we watch the census in our shelters on a regular basis, and we know when to activate additional shelter sites.
That's great. And so there's one more level to the cold alert, right? If temperatures get even lower, what's going to trigger that?
Sure. So that's called an extreme cold alert. So this is when temperature goes below 18 degrees or 20 with precipitation, so that we differentiate the alert between cold alerts and extreme cold alert, because for the extreme cold alerts, the temperatures are dangerously cold, and it's very important that the community understands that coming in is the best place for anyone. So we ensure that we put these alerts on to trigger not only for the district to have additional resources, but also the community, our outreach teams, our homeless service community, but everyday neighbors. We can make sure that we help our residents experiencing homelessness not get injured by cold temperatures.
Well, thank you for joining us. Those are all really important resources and important information. It's definitely getting cold out there. I can feel the frost in my fingertips here, so make sure you are looking after yourself and your neighbors, guys.
Look, we all need help every once in a while,
Absolutely,
right? So knowing our neighbors are looking out for us too.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Jess, thank you so much for the reminder. We appreciate it.